Hi, I'm Joe Krier, President of Krier Wealth Management. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this investment process overview. At Krier Wealth Management, our investment discipline is based on 4 key tenets. Preservation of capital is very important to us, deriving income in almost every investment we own, and of course growing the bottom line. But we feel that the missing link in our industry often is a solid exit strategy. This should override just about every part of our investment process. We look at ourselves as risk managers with a proactive and opportunistic approach versus asset allocators and modern portfolio theorists. These approaches are very important as inputs to our process, but they're not the be-all end-all. Traditional asset allocation often has your money spread into multiple different buckets, so that if 3 or 4 of those buckets are doing poorly, there might be 3 or 4 that are doing very well to offset those, and the ones in the middle will carry you along. The problem with that approach is there's been a couple of times in the last 15 years or so when virtually all asset classes went down together. And we feel it's important to have an exit strategy in place because we think there are times when just sitting it out is the best approach to things. So how do we make that decision on exiting and by default entering the market again once we've exited? We've developed a process that has a series of inputs. The medium and long-term inputs are mostly comprised of individuals from various sectors of the industry, whether it's strategists, economists, newsletter writers, and the like. These are individuals who've been more accurate than most through the years at looking at market tops and bottoms. The key for us with this group is to track what their opinion is, whether the market is near a top, near a bottom, strongly trending up or down, and beyond that, what the actual trends are within the market. Where's the opportunities where we think we can have financial gain for our clients? The next piece of our process is the short-term indicators. Long-term trends are one thing, but determining buy and sell points is an entirely different thing. And in this case, what we have is a series of short-term indicators, which are mostly math-based models that are sort of tracking the emotions of the market. The institutions are the ones who generally drive turning points in the market, whether it's tops, bottoms, or powering the market ahead. It's important to try to measure those institutions using various models. And the reason we're using 4 to 6 models here is because there is no perfect model, and we know that any given model will let you down from time to time. So the key point on this slide is the word consensus. We're looking for agreement across our medium and long-term inputs and our short-term inputs. And if we get a solid agreement across the board, we know that that's a powerful trend or decision point for us to act on. So how does this look in practice? Let's just say that our medium and long-term indicators have identified a long-term trend. In this case, let's say they're talking about energy as a positive potential money-making trend. Well, we take that a step further and we look for asset classes within that trend that could be good for our customers. North American energy the last few years has been a solid performer within a bigger energy picture. The next step for us is identifying specific investments or tools that can help our clients benefit in these asset classes from these trends. And finally is plugging in our short-term indicators to determine buy and sell points for using these tools within these asset classes to take care of this trend. The next major point that I need to make is that our tools that we're using, we're trying not to get spread too thin. We don't believe in owning 2,500 different investments. In fact, if we can't watch something consistently, we really don't want it in a client portfolio. So the way we build portfolios is we start with a solid investment menu of choices, and we look through those, we review our notes and input from clients, what's the situation of the client, what's their stage in life, and their account may have, just a few items from the bigger picture here, but the point is that accounts are built from one menu. This menu is continually monitored and updated, and it allows us the luxury of watching our menu thoroughly. If there's a change with one of the investments in there, we can pull up all accounts in our book of business that own that investment and liquidate simultaneously across all accounts. So putting all this together, couple of key things that we're doing in spending our day. One of those is our investment process, and the other is putting this together to serve our clients. Monitoring the decision model that I mentioned with the medium, short, and long-term inputs, and then monitoring our investment menu. On the client side, it's of course applying that process to client accounts, communicating with clients consistently, solving problems for clients, whether it's a retirement decision or buying a new house, financial planning with our end goal and excellent software used to determine long-term cash flows and to try to put a picture together of how your money is going to work for you for the rest of your life. And finally, educating clients along the way and marketing for new prospective clients. So in a world of market volatility where there's no end to the risk, whether it's political or foreign risks or whatever else, we feel it's important to have this overall process that's designed to remove ego and emotion from the decision-making process. If we're putting all that together, we can work together to make this work for you. Please give us a call. Let's set a time. We'll talk a little bit more about you, a little more about us, and if we've got common ground, we'll take it from there.
That was a good one.